Okay, Detective ist also in der Stadt. Ich glaube... das ist doch nicht richtig. Ah. Warte mal. Drehen es mal um. Was haben die vor? Ich brauche einen Blick. Wo kann ich hier gucken? Ach, fuck, ich muss irgendwie darauf gucken können. Normalerweise haben wir auf einem bestimmten Winkel. Ich will wissen, was der... Ach, hier.
We should be far from town already. All right. But where would we go? Anywhere. Anywhere that isn't here. And what is that, by the way? A safer place? A less strange place? And where would that be? Life is strange. And we are alive. For now, yes. But for how long? If we decided to flee, we should be far from town already. All right. But where would we go?
Sind das Zwillinge? Und die nächste Frage ist, warum ist hier so ein heftiges Blutbad? Ja, ich sehe schon, das ist ein Unterschlupf. Ich quatsche ihn mal kurz an.
Good evening, sir. I'm Dr. Reed. Can I be of assistance?
Dr. Reed? Dr. Reed?
Is there anything wrong?
No, it's just... Your name sounds familiar. And your face. Have we met before?
I think I would remember. So I suppose the answer is no.
That's odd. I'm certain I've already heard of you. My name is Pericles Baker. Does that mean anything to you?
I'm afraid not, sir. But it's a pleasure to meet you anyway.
The pleasure is mine, I guess. I only wish I could remember when it was that we met.
Tell me about yourself, Mr. Baker. What are you doing out here in the middle of the night?
We are waiting. Waiting for someone.
And why are you waiting for this person?
Because we need to leave this city. As soon as possible.
Why do you want to leave the city?
I'm not really sure.
Can you tell me anything about this district?
As you like asking questions so much, would you allow me to ask you one first?
Please, be my guest.
Do you like this city?
I know we are not living in the most peaceful of times, but I have learned to appreciate London's complexity.
Yes, me too. This city tests us. It invites us to find ourselves, to discover our true nature scattered throughout its dark streets.
But what if we don't like what we find?
Do we ever know who we are? I wonder sometimes. Or maybe it is the journey to find out who we are that changes us.
And what do you do, sir? For a living, that is.
I stopped working when I decided to leave. When I realized what I wanted. Wanted something this city can't provide.
But what were you doing before you took this decision?
Does it really matter anymore? Considering the past seems so pointless to me. I have lived in this city all my life. And now I think it's over.
Tell me more about why you want to leave London, then.
I just don't belong here anymore. I had to convince my brother to leave London because I know we need to find another life out of the city.
Tell me more about your strange feelings towards the city.
I would be happy to describe them, but it's too hard to explain with mere words what I'm feeling. It's unclear, too confused.
Go on, please.
Where should I start? The world is chaos. Men go mad, and nature itself runs roughshod over us all.
This is not the first time mankind has faced a deadly epidemic or a war.
Men kill each other, while nature decides to kill them all. I don't know what scares me the most. Do you?
Plagues and epidemics can be seen as an implacable force, a curse even. But the ferocity of mankind worries me more, for we choose what we do.
Yes. At least nature is not aware of all the suffering she brings to us. At least that's what I am hoping.
Who are you waiting for? I'm sure he has a name.
I really can't answer that question, since I don't know that person.
And why is that?
This person is mostly my brother's acquaintance. I don't even know his real name. Only that this man could help us leave this city once and for all.
But why would you need this person's help to leave London anyway?
Well, I thought we should have left this cursed place already, but my brother convinced me to stay a while longer, and here we are.
What can you tell me about Aloysius Dawson?
I've heard this is a man who has searched for his place in the world for a long time. I hope he found it.
Goodbye, Mr. Baker.
What has happened to the London that I knew?
Okay, dann stellen wir uns bei dem Bruder, würde ich sagen.
Good evening, sir. I am Dr. Jonathan Reed. Do you need my help?
Yes, please. Would you be kind enough to tell me what the time is?
That's all you need to know.
Well, is it not important to know? As important as where you are? Or who you are?
I suppose you're right. And who are you then, sir?
I am Agamemnon Baker. Like my brother, I think we need to leave this city immediately. And my brother and I rarely agree on anything.
May I ask what you're doing outside at this hour of night?
I don't know. You should ask my brother instead. It was his idea in the first place.
You must have your own ideas.
From what I have managed to understand, I guess we're supposed to wait here. Waiting for someone to come.
What can you tell me about this part of town?
It's the only place I've considered myself happy. Or at least that's what I believe. Unfortunately, it's time to leave.
Why is that?
Because I'm not feeling happy here anymore. Are you?
Ja, das ist doch 1:1 das gleiche Gespräch wie gerade mit dem Bruder, oder?
I still enjoy living in London, no matter how difficult it can be sometimes.
Then I am sincerely happy for you. True happiness in life seems to be the most difficult goal to reach these days.
May I ask why you've not gone already if you're so exasperated by this long wait?
I believe fear is holding us back. My brother would have said it's laziness, but it's just because he's prouder than I am.
What can you tell me about your brother?
He's older than me, I think. But the important thing is that I really hope I'll die before him. Grief would just kill me, you know?
Is that all?
Pericles is very attached to this city, and without my insistence, he would never leave this place. We don't often agree on anything, you see.
Who are you waiting for exactly?
The more I think about it, the more I believe it's not exactly a person we are waiting for.
But what else could it be then?
I don't know. A feeling? An event? An impulse? How can I tell? Something that would allow us to leave this trap.
I'm afraid I'm not following you. What kind of trap are you talking about?
Have you ever felt like life trapped you in a role that does not fit you? That you're not in your place? That sort of trap.
Trap? And you think leaving London will free you?
At least it will give us the chance to be free. That's more than our present situation. Hope, Doctor. Hope is what truly drives mankind.
What are you really afraid of, Agamemnon?
The problem is, it's precisely what I don't know that frightens me. So I suppose I can't really answer your question.
Tell me, how long have you been waiting here?
I can't say for sure, since I have no watch. But the night is still young, and I am not tired.
Is that the most honest answer you can give me?
Yes, I think so. Why does it irritate you, sir? Is comprehension really that important to you?
I know one thing. I do not understand who you are.
And it's better that way. What kind of life would we live if we could summarize a person in a few words or a few lines?
I'm a scientist. I try my best to understand things. I know the world has to obey unbreakable rules.
You know, or you want the world to obey such rules?
If you finally manage to leave London, where do you intend to go?
A happy place, that's for sure. A place where I can smile because I know the next day will be better than the previous one.
Such a place doesn't exist. There are never any guarantees that tomorrow will be a better day.
That would mean I have no hope left, and I just can't accept such a conclusion.
What can you tell me about Aloysius Dawson?
You should ask that question to my brother instead. Personally, I've not seen Aloysius for many years.
Goodbye for now, Mr. Baker.
Also das ist schon sehr komisch irgendwie, finde ich persönlich. So, warte mal, da hätten wir einen Unterschlupf, ne? Das ist doch schon sehr komisch irgendwie, das Verhalten von denen. Oder wie seht ihr das? Ne? Schon alles sehr komisch. Was haben wir denn hier? Analysieren erstmal. Regenerationsserum. Und Ausdauerserum. 800 Lebenspunkte. Im Prinzip können wir das eigentlich. Ja, ich glaube, ich baller das mal. Oh, uns fehlt Opium. Nice. So, unsere Keule hat ja... Die Frage ist, macht das jetzt noch Sinn, die Waffe zu wechseln? Oder... Ich meine, wir haben jetzt Stufe 5. 449 Schaden. Okay, die packt das auf jeden Fall nicht. Was macht die hier am Ende? 330? Ich glaube, was Besseres geht gar nicht. Würde ich jetzt mal sagen. Der Säbel könnte jetzt noch interessant sein. Die ist sogar Stufe 4. 210 auf Stufe 5 und unsere Säge. Die ist trotzdem besser. Na gut, die ist ja auch schon Stufe... Oder? Hatte ich die nicht geupgradet? Nee. Okay. Gut, wir brauchen Opium. Gucken, dass ich irgendwo einen Händler finde. Achso, warte mal. Packen das mal darauf. Oh, hatte ich nicht gerade... Ich dachte gerade, ich hätte Dings hergestellt. Achso, nee, uns hat der Opium gefehlt. Ja. Gut, gut, gut. wir hier. Die Frage ist halt, wo ist denn das? Warte mal. Müssen nicht hier lang? Andere Seite, ja. Okay. Dann schauen wir doch mal, was jetzt auf uns zukommt. Also das sieht mir schon stark nach dem Anwesen aus. Jetzt müssen wir nur gucken, dass wir da irgendwie auch reinkommen, ne? Hier hinten ist nur Mülleimer. Mhm. Oh. Oder das ist der Eingang. Oh, okay. What the fuck? Was? Was, habe ich irgendwas ausgelöst? Schade, den zeigt er mir nicht an. Ich würde gerne wissen, was ich hier auslöse, ne? Was passiert denn hier? Nichts. Ich glaube, das ist kaputt. Ach, immer dieser Frisch am Bau. So, wer bist du? Hallo? Wer sind Sie?
Jonathan Reed. At last we meet. The cards warned me you would visit tonight.
I beg your pardon, sir. Do I know you?
Of course you do. Our mutual friend, Dr. Swansea, can't speak highly enough of you. My name is Usher. Usher Talltree.
You are the leader of the Brotherhood, are you not?
Primate of the Brotherhood of St. Paul's Stole, to be precise. I'm really glad we met tonight. I love it when the cards tell me a truth.
The cards told you to expect me.
Yes, they tell me everything. They told me that you struggle hard not to take too many lives.
Hier unten ist der Ascher, also. Ich wusste doch, nachdem er keine neuen Tracks mehr rausgebracht hat, dass irgendwas faul ist. Habe ich mir schon was gedacht, Thorsten.
What can you tell me about the neighborhood?
I really don't know. I don't often go outside. And when I do, it's usually to quite distant destinations.
So you see nothing in the stars for me? You're a poor fortune teller then.
Oh, I can tell you many things, but they will only concern you, not the city. For example, I know that you offered your sister the final rest she asked for.
Zwei doofe ein Gedanken, oder was ist das?
Do the cards speak of my Mary?
No. It's the burning aura of guilt that precedes you everywhere you go.
Read my fortune then.
You have been chosen, Jonathan. I see on you the mark of a strong being, so powerful it needn't even reveal its strength.
Tell me about yourself. What do you do here, besides turning cards in the middle of the night?
I'm for most a charlatan. For a few, I'm a vampire. And for you, I'm the primate of St. Paul's Stole.
Some believe you to be a vampire. Who?
The guard of Prewen, who else? For a time, they sent spies to observe my activities, and They even broke into my home to gather proof.
Did they steal anything from you?
A personal notebook they quickly took to their headquarters. All they had to do is to look at me. I'm aging. What better and definite proof that I'm not an immortal?
Do you want your notebook back?
If you ever find it, I'd be glad to have it back, of course. I do ask one thing, though. Do not read it, Jonathan. Some secrets are not meant to be revealed, even to immortals.
For how long have you been a primate?
It was 15 years last year.
What do you make of Dr. Swansea?
Edgar is a brilliant and dedicated man. A man of his time, sometimes a little muddled, but always looking for new paths and new concepts.
Can you read the cards for me?
Are you sure you want to know what they will reveal?
Yes, I am.
It will cost you 150 shillings.
Here is the money.
The Sorceress. A heart-shaped trap built to entangle a loved one. Mirrors on every wall to see her own reflection constantly.
Okay, Caroline, die kennen wir noch gar nicht, oder?
How do you measure the amount of blood on my hands?
I told you. The cards always tell the truth. Well, most of the time.
Is it possible to tell me my future?
A vampire's fate is much more delicate to read, Doctor. But I can try.
All right. Let me hear it.
The walls of your prison have already been raised, Jonathan. But you will freely accept to be locked inside, full of hope for a better day.
I would rather not know.
Das ist ja witzig. Kann er sogar abändern? Okay.
How do you measure?
I told
Is it
the vampire.
Das ist ja witzig. Okay.
How did you learn about Mary? And spare me the hocus-pocus parlor tricks. The truth, now!
Swansea told me. Don't look at me like that. His task is to observe and gather information about vampires. He had to tell me about Mary.
She was no longer the sister I knew. She had changed. Hateful and bitter. She was determined to destroy our entire family.
She returned as a force of evil, Jonathan. In putting an end to her misery, you also protected many innocent souls.
May I ask you about the Brotherhood?
Of course. But I must warn you that there are some subjects we consider taboo, in spite of our fondness and acceptance of your kind.
Who founded the Brotherhood?
That's precisely the kind of question I cannot answer. It is delicate and may reveal some of our secret traditions.
So you're not just a club of academics and scholars?
Once upon a time, very long ago, the Brotherhood did more than simply study the vampires. They took actions to eliminate the more ferocious and corrupted.
I know there is no love lost between the Guard of Priwen and the Brotherhood. What caused this rift?
It was 1801. The Brotherhood was stronger then, a strength that made them hungry for ever greater power. An argument divided them, and the wound never healed.
What was the nature of the disagreement?
The problem was that both sides considered themselves the legitimate heirs of the original Brotherhood. We divide up the books, the relics, not always fairly or with consideration.
Is there anything you could tell me about Aloysius Dawson?
Aloysius Dawson. Yes, of course. We met on several occasions. With time, he got deeper and deeper into the occult.
He's not the only one. It's been quite the fashion for several decades. The Golden Dawn, for instance, is just one example.
True. Aloysius was a member of the Golden Dawn until 1900. Then his thirst for dark knowledge grew. I'm talking forbidden texts, readings which blackened his heart.
Ja, es ist, glaube ich, echt nicht so gut, wenn wir den lebenslang, ein Leben lang schenken. Ich hoffe, ich kann ihn töten, ne?
Goodbye, sir. Until we meet again.
I rarely wander,
Den Dawson.
yet it amuses me to converse with your kind. Cards never lie, but they are never easy to read.
It's locked, all right.
Okay. Jetzt würde ich hier oben aber noch mal gucken. Ob ich die vielleicht irgendwie drauf komme? Die Frage ist halt, wie oft muss ich die anklicken? Und kann ich das auch irgendwie resetten? Das ist hier die Frage. Und ich kämpfe eh nur mit meiner Waffe, aber... Gibt es hier irgendeinen Anhaltspunkt? Oh, ist klar. Habe ich denn irgendwie eine Möglichkeit herauszufinden? Man hat jetzt zum Beispiel hier die... Haben die Farben irgendwas zu bedeuten da drauf? Gibt ein Dokument. Das ist jetzt die Frage, ne? Die Sache ist halt, habe ich dieses Dokument? Das ist noch viel interessanter. Na, Sascha? Warte mal, Skulls, Geschichte von Oscar und Spezies. Die Wachen von Priven. Warte mal. Nee, ich glaube Priven ist es nicht. Geschichte, große Jagd, Ursprung, Bruderschaft. Warte mal, ich guck mal hier nochmal. Haben wir vielleicht irgendwas übersehen?
The Fool and the Empress. Again. What are the cards trying to tell us?
Hier liegt aber auch nichts drum. Also ich weiß jetzt nicht, ich wüsste jetzt auch echt nicht, welches Dokument gerade an der Stelle.